Thanks for watching this edition of the Fox 7 Austin Crime Watch digital exclusive. I'm Dave Froehlich. We're taking a look at some of the crime stories that have made headlines recently in our area. There's chilling new details in the assassination of a Minnesota lawmaker and the wounding of another. It comes as federal charges were brought against the man accused of targeting Democratic lawmakers and their families. Sean Rabb with our Fox 4, our sister station in Dallas, has more.
Vance Luther Belter's court-appointed attorney not talking to reporters today about the man accused of politically motivated violence, seriously wounding Minnesota State Senator John Hoffman and his wife Yvette. One shot 8 times, the other 9, according to Minnesota U.S. Senator Amy Klobuchar, and killing Minnesota Speaker of the House Melissa Hortman and her husband Mark.
People would just love her if they knew her. She trained dogs for veterans, and she had one dog that was just too friendly to be focused on one veteran because he loved everyone. She kept that dog herself, and the murderer shot that dog.
The charged shooter, Belter, 57, father of 5, more than 30 years ago lived in Dallas and attended Christ for the Nation's Bible School. Police found a so-called hit list in his vehicle with names of Minnesota lawmakers and others, including U.S. Representatives Veronica Escobar and Joaquin Castro of Texas, some on the list speaking out and standing strong.
Look, I'm going to keep fighting for the people that I represent. We've got to stop this hate. We've got to stop this division.
Lawmakers learned in an emergency security meeting on the Hill today that division growing wider and the rhetoric that comes with it rising, more than doubling in the last decade.
The increase in violence, threats of violence against members, didn't happen by accident. It happened because of the coarseness of the debate, but beyond that, the kind of rhetoric that we hear some in the hard right use, which at least some people think gives them a permission structure to do very evil things.
On Air Force One, President Donald Trump was asked if he had called Tim Walz, the governor of Minnesota, had his own course response.
I don't really call him. He appointed this guy to a position. I think the governor of Minnesota is so whacked out.
Amy Klobuchar hoping what happened in Minnesota will
bring people together, so we do something more about security, so we bring down the rhetoric, do something about what's going on online. And it was a horrific weekend, but we have jobs to do.
The No Kings protest over Father's Day weekend in Austin appeared to be mostly peaceful. The DPS says they did arrest several people during the demonstrations. Those protests began around 5 at the Capitol on June 14th. Later in the evening, demonstrators marched through downtown. During that time, DPS troopers arrested 9 people. The charges include criminal trespass, disobeying a police officer, obstructing passageways, and graffiti, among others. During those arrests, DPS says they had to use pepper spray, pepper balls, and a taser. It's unclear whether any state troopers were injured. Austin police also say they arrested 3 people, all for obstructing a highway or other passageway. 3 officers were hurt in the protest. 2 were injured while making arrests. Another had a laser pointed at their eye. An Amazon delivery driver says her car was stolen while she was dropping off packages. She's speaking out about her terrifying experience. Fox 7 Austin's Meredith Aldis has more.
30 packages down, 10 more to go. Stephanie Board was delivering packages for Amazon early Sunday morning.
I took the route that was from 3:15 a.m. all the way until like 7 o'clock. And I was almost done. So, I was excited when I was, on my route because I'm like, okay, it's about 6:30-ish. I'm almost done. So here I am just, determined to get done and get back to my kids.
She says she pulls up to a home in the Quail Creek neighborhood in North Austin. Her car's still running.
Thinking, I'm going to hop in and out real quickly.
She says she grabs the package out of her car, walks to the front door, drops it off, and scans it. When she turns around,
I look up and I see a guy that I've never seen before. He hops out of a Mercedes, I think it was, and he gets into the driver's side of my car.
She says she tries to stop him.
I kind of try to get in front of him to stop him from taking the vehicle, but however, he still goes around me and leaves in the vehicle.
She says it felt like a movie.
Panicking, nervous, just in disbelief and distraught that something like this was happening.
In And apparently, her car had all of her personal items inside, including her credit and debit and social security cards.
I am seeing that they are currently using my EBT card. They were at the local Sam's that was out south, and it looks like they were at some supermarkets here in the East Austin area. So they're all over Austin, so you might want to just be mindful.
She and her son have a message to whoever is behind this.
Just do the right thing and to return the car, because you've taken away from a mother that's trying to support her kids and have a survival for them and stable living.
I would just like for the person to just give us our car.
An Amazon spokesperson has sent Fox 7 a statement saying in part, quote, "Our team has reached out to Mrs. Board to offer support and assistance relating to this unfortunate incident. Safety is our top priority, which is why we continue to innovate and invest in comprehensive safety measures that help keep Amazon Flex delivery partners and the communities they serve safe." Meredith Aldis, Fox 7 Austin News.
An Austin police sergeant has turned in his badge and pleaded guilty to 2 misdemeanor charges: assault causing bodily injury and official oppression. Comes after Fox 7 found some concerns with several arrests related to a road rage incident. Back in June of last year, a Tesla driver captured video of a man waving a gun at him. That Tesla driver flagged down a police officer who reviewed the video and tracked down the man with a gun 20 minutes later. APD arrested the gunman for aggravated assault with a deadly weapon at a car club gathering. But officers also detained 3 bystanders, claiming interference with public duties. We spoke to the bystanders who said they were just trying to protect their kids.
What is you grabbing her for? Get on the sidewalk. Get on the sidewalk. Oh.
And he said, "You're under arrest." And I'm like, "Under arrest for what? I didn't argue with y'all. I didn't put up a fight. I didn't do anything."
Former APD Sergeant Brian Yarger was charged for his use of force during that incident. As part of the plea deal, he had to permanently surrender his state peace officer license. Yarger was given a year probation. June is the last month for license plate readers in Austin. Community members and the city council have concerns about privacy. Fox 7 Austin's Meredith Aldis has that story.
40 cameras placed around Austin and nearly 500 cameras mounted on vehicles. They're license plate readers.
It's an automatic tool that alerts us of criminal activity tied to a particular license plate.
Recently, they helped locate the suspects accused of killing InfoWars writer Jamie White. And a recent city audit found about 75 million scans resulted in 165 arrests, 133 prosecutions, and 1 missing person found.
It's what we would call a force multiplier that really helps us in times where we have low staffing, to where officers don't have the time to dedicate to just running license plates or looking for one particular individual. We're able to utilize technology to help us be on the lookout in different areas more often than we would be otherwise.
But Jared McClain, an attorney for Institute for Justice, says it's unconstitutional.
Before they're intruding into your personal privacy, we have this step where you have to go before a neutral magistrate. And by just giving carte blanche access to all of your information to police at all times, it would make law enforcement easier, but it does so at the cost of our privacy rights.
Community members and Austin City Council members express their concerns.
Once the data is collected, it can be accessed by ICE or other departments out of state using Flock's network.
A city audit says, quote, legally, if Flock has data that would aid a law enforcement entity in an investigation, they are required to share that information with the requesting entity. That data could then be used for investigations on matters that could include First Amendment activities, reproductive care access, and immigration status.
When you just have to rely on the good faith of police to not put this data, to put this information to bad use after they collect it, that's a troubling place to be.
We've never been a immigration enforcement authority here at APD, and none of our tools are being used for that purpose. And there's controls to prevent that from happening as well.
The Austin City manager decided to axe the license plate reader program. After having the program for a little more than a year, it's ending at the end of this month. And it could be months before the council brings up this topic again.
It's going to take us longer in order to develop leads and potentially longer to be able to identify suspects or to arrest individuals, which means that the public is going to be in danger for longer.
Meredith Aldis, Fox 7 Austin News.
Johnson City police are looking for a woman who they say tried to abduct 2 children. Here's more on that story from Fox 7 Austin's Angela Shin.
Police say the suspect took the kids to this gas station off of 281. One of the kids was able to break away and the father was able to come get the other one. In Johnson City, most people know each other.
We used to go to our friend's house, 3, 4, 5 miles down the road. We would be safe. You can't leave your kids sitting at the gas station parking lot anymore, or even at home.
Monday evening, police say someone unknown to a family took 2 children under the age of 10 from an apartment complex on North Winters Fur Road.
The subject was not a stranger to the area. However, she was a stranger to the girls and the father.
The woman is described as being in her 30s or 40s with dyed orange hair and has tattoos on her neck, arms, and legs, including a state of Texas one on her leg. Police say she ran off when the father of the children came to the gas station to get his other child. Luckily, no one was hurt. Officers searched the area but couldn't find her.
Home is supposed to be where you feel safe, you're soulless, and we don't have that anymore. That's the sad part.
While police say abductions are rare in Johnson City, always keep an eye out on your kids and know where they are at all times.
Everybody here knows everybody's kids, so if you see something suspicious or somebody who doesn't look like, they belong around the kids, to let someone know.
I do want parents to continue to be vigilant. We do have a lot of increased traffic and strangers in the community right now, with it being summer and just a heavy travel time.
And if you have any information on who the suspects could be, call the Johnson City Police Department. In Johnson City, Angela Shen, Fox 7 Austin News.
In Kyle, 2 teens have been charged in a string of car burglaries. Jaziel Velasquez and David Cepeda, both 17, and Kyle residents, have been arrested. Along with those car burglaries, police have also recovered loaded handgun magazines and other stolen items. During questioning, one of the suspects admitted to the crime. A Central Texas man is channeling his inner Sam Bass, a famous 19th century outlaw known for bank and train robberies. Tony Palmieri is involved in Old West reenactments across the state. He recently discovered he's related to Bass. Here's more from Fox 7 Austin's Meredith Aldis.
Sam Bass, wanted, dead or alive.
When I was a kid, my mom had a mock-up of an Old West wanted poster. And at the time, the only reason she purchased that was because the outlaw on the poster reminded her of her brother, Ronnie.
What was just a family tale led Tony Palmieri to an unexpected truth.
I saw the potential to actually figure it out.
He used my heritage to try to connect the dots.
I started from both ends, my side of the family and Sam's family. Eventually, I found out that my great-grandfather's mother was Eliza Ann Bass. So bingo, there's a connection there.
He then confirmed she and Sam Bass shared a great-grandfather. It was official.
Sam Bass is my second cousin, 4 times removed.
Bass was born in 1851. He worked in a sawmill, then as a truck driver, then horse racer. His life of legitimate work turned to a life of an outlaw by late 1876. Bass formed his own gang, known for train robberies. His notorious criminal career came to an end on July 19, 1878, when he and his gang tried to rob the Williamson County Bank in Round Rock, but Deputy Sheriff A.W. Grimes recognized them. It led to a gunfight. Grimes was killed, Bass was hit multiple times, and died a couple days later. Palmieri, the computer programmer by day, now channels his distant cousin by night.
My gunfighter name is Rambler.
He's part of the Old West Gunfighters.
It's just a wonderful opportunity to entertain and to represent history.
Well, the reenactment is very rewarding.
Palmieri sports his Uncle Ronnie's black hat during the Wild West themed shows.
I usually wander off on my own and, like you say, kind of get into it a little bit, Sometimes I'm thinking about Sam Bass, sometimes I'm thinking about Rambler, the character I'm supposed to be.
Originally from California, Palmieri says he's traveled all across Texas to dance halls, ice houses, and saloons to learn about the Lone Star State.
Would you consider yourself a Texan now?
I do. I feel like that's something that needed to be earned because I know people who are born and raised here, they're very proud of this state. But to tell you the truth, in the last 12 years, I think I've learned a lot more about Texas history and Texas culture than quite a few people that are born here. So I think I qualify by now.
And he continues to try to keep a legendary family story alive. Meredith Aldis, Fox 7 Austin Crime Watch.
Well, for more on the stories featured in this episode, you can head to our website, fox7austin.com, and click on the Crime Watch section at the top of the page. You can also watch our Fox Local mobile and connected TV apps. Those are free to download, and you can stream content on your phone as well as on multiple platforms like Roku and Apple TV. Thanks for watching this edition of the Fox 7 Austin Crime Watch digital exclusive. Don't forget to subscribe to Fox 7 Austin YouTube channel.